The frantic pace of change in Crimea shows no sign of abating today. This afternoon, the territory's new pro-Russian Prime Minister watched as recruits pledged their allegiance to their hastily formed new army. Sergei Asyov said the force would merge with the Russian army when the people vote yes in this Sunday's referendum. Our international editor, Lindsay Hilsum, is live in Simferopol. Lindsay.
John, that was an extraordinary scene which we witnessed this afternoon when the new army was sworn in. It was happening around the same time as David Cameron was saying that if there is no solution to this problem here, no diplomatic way forward, that the EU will impose sanctions on particular members of the Russian leadership. He's talking about an asset freeze and travel ban. And he said that the City of London might suffer from that. Because, of course, in London you have estate agents, public schools, lawyers, as well as banks, who absorb a lot of Russian money. That was meant to be a warning, but I have to say there is no sign of a diplomatic solution here at the moment. The scene which I witnessed today, as you can tell, it's absolutely freezing here. That didn't deter the new Crimean Prime Minister from giving birth, I suppose you could say, to his new armed force, because the Ukrainian forces here have stubbornly refused to roll over, swear allegiance to him or the Russian Federation. So what I saw, well, it was an extraordinary mixture. It was both bizarre and terrifying at the same time. The blue sky is full of birds. They carry the sadness of separation. Music wafted across the empty car park. The lyrics may be more appropriate than the men in balaclavas realized. As Crimea prepares to separate from Ukraine, they were getting ready for an historic event: the birth of the new Crimean army. The new recruits ran in across the potholed concrete. The media in hot pursuit, tripods akimbo. They lined up, rifles to the ready. Brand new fatigues of various ages. And differing headgear, united in their cause. An icy wind cut the air, so it was hard to know if they were trying to mask their identities or simply keep their cheeks warm. It was a mixture of farce and menace. This has got to be the strangest birth of an army ever. In a car park, in an administrative building in Simferopol. These men are pledging their oath of allegiance to the new Crimean Prime Minister. He is Sergei Aksyonov, a former boxer nicknamed Goblin, appointed 11 days back by a mysterious parliamentary process. The army is for the moment answerable to him personally. 186 men have signed up so far. The recruitment line reportedly red hot as Ukrainian soldiers are besieged by Russian forces in their bases. What will happen to the Ukrainian army now, who are here in Crimea in their bases?
Well, all the bases are blocked by self-defense brigades. After a positive referendum result to join the Russian Federation, they will have to choose either to leave the territory of Crimea or swear to the new autonomous Republic of Crimea or to the Russian Federation.
The recruits stepped up one by one. After next Sunday's referendum, the plan is that they will be transferred to the Russian army. People say that you are just Mr. Putin's puppet.
For the moment, we are the independent Republic of Crimea, and our parliament makes decisions. We made our request to Vladimir Putin because he defends other people inside and outside the Russian Federation, and we were sure they would extend a helping hand to us.
When the ceremony was over, everyone rushed out the gate. The aqua and yellow of Ukraine has been covered by the Russian colours. It seems to have been something of a rushed paint job.
Well, now, Lindsay, this force could be rather short-lived. I mean, there's a referendum in the weekend.
Yes, I think it could be a new Crimean army that lasts for exactly 7 days. Because the referendum is next Sunday, the result seems pretty much inevitable that Crimea will join the Russian Federation. And then these young men who we watched today, they will be absorbed into the Russian army. But then the real question is what happens to the Ukrainians? When I spoke to the Prime Minister, as you saw there, he said that they would basically have to swear allegiance to the Republic of Crimea or to Russia or leave the country. Will they be able to do that without being harassed? We get reports every day of the Ukrainian military on their bases being harassed by Russian or pro-Russian forces. So although that scene today was somewhat farcical, there is a danger of violence nonetheless.
Lindsay Hilson in Crimea. And you can read more from Lindsay on our website, channel4.com/news.